Today, the Supreme Court is set to discuss whether or not former President Trump has presidential immunity for what actions he took while in office. And this comes as we learn the DOJ lawyer representing the special counsel is a man named Michael Dreeben, who has decades of white-collar crime appeal experience, has argued hundreds of cases in front of the Supreme Court, and most importantly, was part of Robert Mueller's team in the 2016 election investigation. Matt Whitaker is a former acting U.S. Attorney General, and he joins me now. Matt, good morning to you. So what can we expect to happen today, and what are your thoughts on this DOJ lawyer, Michael Dreeben?
Yeah, well, he's obviously a very experienced Supreme Court litigant, and he's, argued many cases. I think by and large, he's well respected both inside and outside the building, and most importantly by the court. And that's why they're putting him in front of the Supreme Court today. Now, what I expect out of this case is two things. One is obviously they're going to explore presidential immunity, the outer bounds of it. And I think it's going to bog down when they start talking about the actual actions that President Trump took, because the court has not found any fact-finding yet at the trial level, and so it's going to be very difficult for the Supreme Court to hypothetically imagine, what is or isn't immune from a president's actions. Now, I say all that to say this: I expect that one of the likely outcomes is that the Supreme Court sends it back to the trial court to develop a record to show what facts actually President Trump is accused of committing. Now, also remember, 2 of the 4 charges in the D.C. case are already on appeal in a different case, in the question of interference with official Congress proceedings. So all of this is to say that, 1, this isn't going to trial anytime soon, but on 2, I think the presidential immunity question is fairly broad ultimately, and Donald Trump may be immune from whatever Jack Smith has accused him of.
Okay, well, the former president has been posting about immunity on Truth Social a lot, and he's making the case. He says that if you take presidential immunity away from me, you're also taking it away from current President Biden. And he also says the opposing party during his or her term in office can extort and blackmail the president by saying that if you don't give us everything we want, we will indict you for things you did while in office, even if everything you've done is totally legal and appropriate. That hasn't happened yet, but he's saying that it could happen in the future, the way that impeachment hadn't happened for many decades, and now it happened twice, and there's a potential, at least Republicans are bringing up the idea of impeaching the current president. What do you think about that argument?
Yeah, I think one is he's absolutely right. I mean, this back and forth, tit for tat, partisan criminalization is concerning, and I think it all boils down to prosecutorial discretion and whether or not the people making the charging calls have judgment. And on the one hand, we have seen a weaponization against Donald Trump of the legal system. On the other hand, the system depends on good people in those roles. As a former U.S. attorney myself, I can tell you making those charging calls is the most important thing, and you have to have judgment and you have to have experience and wisdom. But all that to be said is this case puts squarely an issue that we've never decided, and that is whether a president is immune criminally from the acts he takes as president. I think the Supreme Court is not going to find absolute immunity like President Trump's arguing, but it's going to get pretty close to that issue. And that's why the facts are going to be so important and what President Trump did while he was in office, because he is given great latitude and a lot of discretion to make those judgment calls so a president isn't prosecuted criminally after their term.
So it really does feel, Matt, like we're in the thick of things when it comes to these trials. But a brand new Quinnipiac poll shows that despite all of this, the former president being in court almost every single day but Wednesdays and the weekends, immunity, hush money, the civil case in New York as well, President Biden and former President Trump are in a dead heat right now, 46 to 46. So it does make you wonder if what happens in the courtroom will have an effect on the election. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it certainly does. But, these nationwide polls, I think, don't capture what's happening in the swing states. And most of the swing state polls show Donald Trump ahead by a point or two. These obviously are bringing a lot of attention to President Trump. He's using it to message his key campaign slogans. One of those, I think, is just, are you better off under Biden or Trump? And I think Americans have that experience. And they know the Trump economy was strong, crime was low, and there were so many other factors that I think help Americans move to Donald Trump. But we'll see. That's why we have elections.
Yeah, it feels like it's going to be a close call when it comes to these court cases, and also in November as well. Matt, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.